Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel for war number 10. Corvus Hercules Ghost banned once again. There's usually about 5 or so champions that are in that ban list. Those are the ones we got today. This is actually the first time that I am bringing Magneto to a war. I recently ranked this guy up based on the mutant Abyss run. He was pretty helpful for that. And he's still pretty useful in war, especially with some of these unstoppable armor attackers. It is nice to have the hard counter to metal champions, but a lot of this war is going to be the rank 3 Kingpin. Notice that he is not duped, but in the matchups that I'm going up against, it's not really going to matter. He can still ramp himself up pretty easily via any debuffs that get on him, which certainly on path 4, there will be a number of the long distance relationship debuffs. We might even be able to shrug off that heal block at the very beginning. Additionally, him being extra large is a nice counter to Rhino, who has the unstoppable, or more likely the unblockable on his charge, which has a lower chance against XL champions. And then additionally, we can always use our special 2s to help ramp Kingpin to get more damage. But at the end of the day, he's just very tanky and he deals with the debuffs, and that's going to probably be enough to get through this. Now, because of insult to injury, we are probably not going to be able to land our parries that often. That's because the debuffs on us still do count toward that insult to injury counter. Somehow we landed that parry, even though the odds were against us. That one didn't land, as you can see. So yeah, we're trying to land a special 2. I'm just going to bait out his special 1. We have to worry about the unstoppable armor timer. So right there, I shorten my combo and we see the armor, but no unstoppable that time. And now a special 2 should ramp us up to overpower. With the power back boost, it gets us back-to-back special 2s, and he goes down no problem. So certainly he is one of the less scary defenders with the unstoppable armor tactic, even though, you know, he can still catch you occasionally. So next up we have Knull, and Knull, you know, he's really not that good of a defender unless if he's on one of those nodes that makes him go unblockable and you just mess up the fight. But even so, we took that a couple wars ago and it was fine with Mole Man. The strategy here is just Kingpin is going to ramp up pretty quickly because of all the living Abyss. Now this is a rank 4, so there is a little bit of danger. There is Bubble Shield to contend with, as well as Power Focus 1, and obviously his special 1 is kind of something you want to avoid. It puts the encroaching corruption timer on you. So right there, that messed up our bubble shield counter a little bit. We're getting close to 10. Ebb and Flow just shrugged the parry, so we need to land a special attack, and we barely get that special attack off before the corruption started. Now, if we did get corrupted, we would just have to deal with some inverted controls. Right there, perfect dex on hit number 11 on the counter, which means that we avoided Bubble Shield for this cycle. Very nice. Bubble Shield not being an issue, of course. Now, I went for the special 1 because that puts a weakness on him, as well as putting a little bit of ability accuracy reduction on him. So that is just going to kind of help us. We're just sort of keeping him cornered. And now I do get to actually push him to a special 2. We get a nice bait of the special 2. You do have to practice that. It's a little unintuitive on how that works. Right there, just, I don't know, some issue on my end there that we got hit. So we went through the indestructible, but we're basically at full health because there's no heal block on this node or anything. And then now we run into his heavy, but it really doesn't do much damage at all. We've got the special 2, we've got the unstoppable for the free openings. It's just another part of Kingpin's kit that makes him so good, is that he gets that, you know, it's like the equivalent of a counter punch charge where you just kind of run in like that. You don't have to worry about parrying or anything. So very cool fight. I was really into that rank 4 takedown with my unduped Kingpin. Felt pretty good. Now this is the next day. I had to wait till the next day to fight. And here's a rank 4 Silver Surfer. And here's the deal, right? This node has nothing. He's not going to go unblockable except off of his special 2 if he has enough buffs. But it's a rank 4 Silver Surfer who has access to Furies and red direct damage. And he starts with a prowess that is going to increase his special attacks by a lot. So even though this is a quote-unquote easy fight, that prowess makes it a little scary. And right there, he psyched us out, and we just burned through our indestructible. So now we don't have a safety net if we get clipped by one of these specials. And honestly, having that prowess, and this just being a rank 4 against a rank 3, I got a little nervous. I gotta say, I was like, well, there goes my indestructible. How are we gonna get through this fight without making any mistakes? You know, sometimes he's a little tricky to counter. He's very aggressive, but we've got these special 1 dexes down for the moment, hoping that he puts some more armor breaks on us so that we can ramp up. But there is going to be a pretty sizable mistake in the near future. So I want you guys to fully enjoy that when it comes. But for now, we're chipping away. We're not really that well ramped because there's just not enough debuffs coming our way. But the game plan is just bait those special ones. He has increased combat power rate. He has armor. He has fury. So he's pretty well ramped now, man. And somehow we got caught by that dex, and the second hit crit for 40k. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know many rank 3 unduped champions that can survive a 40k crit in the middle of a fight and then just get right back up on their feet, get some adrenaline healing, and just continue. But that is Kingpin in a nutshell. This dude is an absolute tank, and even though we pretty much had a worst case scenario right there, we're still able to recover. It's taking a while. I'm just not ramping fast enough. I'm not getting enough debuffs on me. I really should be considering throwing a special 2 for more damage, but after that whole thing, I was happy to throw the special 1s to get that weakness on him, which would probably help me survive if I got hit again. Now, we did get to the overpower on a couple specials ago, but yeah, it feels a lot safer now that we're just alternating special 1s, just like pretending it's Labyrinth of Legends. Like, I throw a special 1, he throws a special 1. Don't worry about stunning, just bait the specials. But dude, our dexes are not on point today. So yeah, very lucky to come out of that alive. I'm not really sure what happened aside from it just being the morning and me being a little rusty. But either way, we did survive that fight, which is a very good thing because we did not want to die to a Silver Surfer and be the butt of many jokes of dying to Silver Surfer, who's not really a defender. Now, this is my first time fighting a Scoprion since the event quest. And I make a mistake right off the bat, which is to parry before he is magnetized, which means I have to deal with Hard Knock Life. So I am going to have missed parries. I'm going to have block penetration right there, just through the heavy for no reason. But now the Hard Knock Life is not over. It's still there. We got a second proc of it. So my game plan kind of went through the window here, but we don't want him to throw special 1. That one is very hard to fully dex without taking blocked hits. And on this path 6 node, if you take blocked hits, it's going to potentially make his next special attack unblockable. However, the special 2 is very easy to get out of the way, and then you just dash the final projectile. We accidentally took the hit, but the Petrify is honestly healing us instead of reversing our healing, because there's enough healing off of it that it's fine. So now we have plenty of prowess. He's only at 1 bar of power. We can just throw our special 3 and do the Magneto thing. So yeah, he's a good counter for a reason. Doesn't quite die, but the shrapnel bleeds will take him the rest of the way. And yeah, slightly scary Scoprion, but we were able to get through it. And finally, we're going to go up against this Hulkbuster mini boss on node 50. And I had some good examples to watch for this one. Essentially, we are running the Pacify Mastery 3 out of 3, which is going to give us 30% defensive ability accuracy reduction on stuns. And because Magneto himself has 70%, when we parry, we're basically going to be reducing the defensive ability accuracy by 100%, which means we can bypass the safeguard node during stuns, if that makes sense. So that means we are basically guaranteed if he is stunned when we throw our special 3, that he will basically get the full effect of the damage off of the special 3. So he starts off unstoppable, which is no surprise because he has that armor. But this is just going to be a pretty conventional mags fight. I put the advanced power boost on just to get to that special 3 faster. Right there we didn't quite land the parry, but it's not that bad. This morning I definitely was feeling a little bit off, so just trying to be careful. Probably want to bait this special 1. He's unstoppable again, so we bait that. We're just building our prowess. We're starting to charge now that we're basically at the special 3. Want to get around that 38-ish number that you usually do. Right there I was just like, what happened? Hit him. We have the shock on us, which is healing us. The armor break is healing us. Just one more heavy should do it. And then we want to parry him and throw the special 3. Just like I said, now that the Pacify Mastery is active, this is going to basically prevent him from safeguarding this damage. Get these massive shrapnel bleeds. And when they expire, it should be enough to just kill him. Pretty joke of a fight. I haven't really used mags before, but geez, it feels like a cheat code. If you played old Nintendo, if you remember, they had the Game Genie cartridge that you could put in there, and there were all these cheat codes for games like Mario and stuff. Yeah, every time I use mags, it kind of feels like that, and definitely got that feeling this time. So anyway, that's going to do it for this war. 5 fights, went pretty well. First time we got mags, we had a nice tanky Kingpin solo there against the Silver Surfer. 2 rank 4s, which is always fun to keep track of the amount of rank 4s that we have. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll catch you in the next one.